Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I know it's been quite a minute since I've been around, been doing any kind of projects. I just been really kind of busy, just doing a lot of other things that I probably could have, should have video, but just felt, didn't feel like picking camera up. But the bed that we've been building in the background for a customer for the Chevy, for those that follow my Instagram and also my business Instagram, Panic Fabrications, you'll know like we're missing a bed around here. So that's done. I'll show you a couple pictures on my phone. I might even have a video to put on the screen or something. But let me see here. Let me just show you a couple pictures right now while I'm at it. But there you go. That's the finished bed. There's the front end of the truck. Kind of see a little better. But anyhow, so that's what I've been, kind of my main goal has been the past couple weeks. That's why I just haven't had a video out, just because I've been busy trying to get that thing out of here. But other than that, I just had a lot going on. Again, for those that follow my Instagram, this is probably what today's video is going to be about right there, and you'll already probably see the thumbnail. So also, before we get into the video, I just got to mention real quick, panicfabrications.com, check it out. Got a new shirt up. Let me get the glare out of there. Simple. Memorial Day just passed last week, and anyhow, they weren't out in time for that, obviously, but 4th of July is right around the bend, so if you want to get some America merchandise, go check it out. We also got these stickers as well on the website, so if you're interested, go check it out. That's all I gotta say. And now, what we're gonna talk about right now. You guys already know what this is, and I've got about 4 ideas in my head right now what this is gonna go in. But anyhow, nonetheless, this is a I don't know, it's a P-pump 12 valve. Came out of a school bus. That's really much all I know about it. It's been sitting for about 6 months, the guy told me. So as far as that goes, I don't know a lot about it. It came with a 4-speed Allison 545. This was mated to it. The guy said, he wasn't going to part them. So, about the whole kit and caboodle. But if you guys are interested in that, located in Central Florida, I don't need it, nor necessarily want it. So therefore, if you guys want a transmission, hit me up on Instagram. I'll put that in below, put it on the screen there as well. But I am going to be probably utilizing this adapter plate, not on this engine, but definitely probably in the future. So I'll let you guys think about that for a little while. But if you guys are interested in that, let me know. Converter also goes with that. But my goal today is going to be to more or less just kind of see if we can't get this thing fired up for like 3 seconds just to hear it run, and make sure there's nothing majorly wrong that I can find with it. And then I'm going to go ahead and start more or less stripping a lot of this stuff off here. Going to start stripping down what I'm not going to use on this kind of project. Could be soon, could be later, but nonetheless, this is a good base to build off of. Now I will say that there's only one issue with this I found on this thing. Right there it is. But other than that, this thing's pretty solid. But my plan with it, once I hear the thing fire up and start running, and I apologize guys, this place is a mess too. But my plan, once I hear this thing run, is I'm going to pull everything, I'm going to strip everything down. I probably won't take the head off right now, just because everything seems factory, and I would say I'm a believer in leaving stuff alone, but I don't think that my YouTube channel accounts to that, because we tear every truck apart we have apart. And but anyway, in that manner, I think I'm going to leave the head alone and just leave everything together. But I am going to pull the cover off, pull the front case cover, oil pan, because we'll probably have to be switching for a Dodge pan, because this here the pickup tube is in the front. But we're gonna get rid of a lot of this stuff and just go back to the just standard Dodge configuration, more or less, meaning this big rig, you know, it mounted up here in the front, whereas the regular Dodges, you know, the engine mounts are on the side there. So what I'm basically do is go through, make sure, you know, killer dowel pins taken care of, you know, change all the seals out, gaskets, but more or less clean the whole thing up, in the sense of, you know, repainting everything, trying to get it all nice and pretty looking again. But I probably won't do a whole lot with it right now, other than just clean it up, make sure it runs, just clean it up, get it, put it to the side, and when the time arises, you know, it'll be ready to go. Yeah, I'll probably wind up, depending on the application, I'll probably wind up swapping manifolds, just getting the center, you know, the center outlet for the turbo there. But you know, all that being said, this is a project in itself. You know, I should be working on other things right now, but I just can't keep my hands off of it. So anyway, what we're gonna do, I'm probably gonna go ahead and pull this off, pull all the unnecessary wiring off, and because we don't have this thing in the truck anyway, I'm gonna pull this solenoid off and then just have the fuel shut off. Just go ahead and hold it up so we can pump fuel. One thing I do that will need replaced on this thing, these injector lines are pretty rusted. So if you guys anybody used P-pump injector lines, let me know. I'd be interested for this thing. I'll probably wind up taking the pump off as well, and you know, getting it checked out, more or less gone through, cleaned up, eventually put it back in. But yeah, let's stop talking. Let's get to work. I'm gonna pull the converter off right now, so that way that thing ain't flying around slinging fluid everywhere. But other than that, I'm gonna pull that off. Everything else can stay on for now. I just want to see if this thing will even crank over. I know I spun the converter, so I know it turns over. It's free. And the guy I got it from, he had it in a project. He was going to use it. Wound up finding something different, different engine trans setup that he was going to use. So I had every intention, you know, he was going to use it. So I believe it's still good. But then again, you never really know. So that's the plan. Set you guys up on the tripod. I'm going to start pulling some of this stuff off. You know, just the main things. But anyway, let's dive in, see what we can even get accomplished here. Okay, so I tried hooking them both together, and like I said, I don't have clamps for, I don't have a way to tie them both together, but this, when I wired them together and I just like tried to arc it off, the wires got really hot really fast, so it'll crank on just a single battery. I just don't think this thing's charged enough because it's been sitting a while, but it'll crank it over. It's just not got enough juice to spin it. But that being said, it should work. But yeah, when I had the cable wrapped, I just wrapped some cable around there, and it left a little thing permanently on there, welded itself to the battery, which is my fault because I don't have a proper thing to get it on there. But they were just super hot. So anyway, I'm gonna give this a minute to charge and see if it'll see if I can get it to charge up enough. I'm gonna go find some fuel. I'm gonna empty the fuel out of this because it's pretty old. But then I'm gonna try to get some fuel and see if I just can't prime the system. I believe this thing only had like 180-ish thousand miles on it. So, you know, as long as it was taken care of, I don't see why it would be in bad shape. But you never know. I might wind up pulling the head off anyway, and just maybe I just might as well just go through it and just, you know, rehole the cylinders, put new rings and pistons in it, you know, new bearings and everything, machine the head. I don't know. This is all just a big if at the moment, but I just like to see if I can get this thing started and see if she'll crank or not. But anyway, that's the plan. A little mini hurricane in Florida here. But definitely, it is definitely summertime in Florida. Getting up into the 90s. It's humid all the time. So yeah, and it's only June. We got several months of high humidity and heat, but I ain't complaining because we got a Cummins sitting in the garage. But anyhow, I'm gonna let that charge a minute. I'm gonna go find some fuel, see if we can't get this thing to crank over or not. Okay, so got my handy dandy fuel tank fixed up there. So the thing, I didn't turn the camera on last time, but it turns over fine. It's just that battery's no good. I don't have the correct stuff to try that, and honestly, I have no doubt. You know, it doesn't feel locked up or anything, obviously, because it cranks over fine. It's free, you know. So that being said, I'm tempted to just not even try it and just pull everything off, because I'm not sure if this has to have like back pressure on it, on the pump or not. I don't know if this needs to be, the return from the pump needs to be blocked off, or, you know, have pressure on it to do it. But anyhow, I'm kind of just tempted. I did take one of the valve covers off a couple days ago, and you know, it's definitely oiled. You know, there's no rust internally on the one anyway. So everything looks clean. You know, I have no reason to doubt right now, but I don't know. I just can't. I don't have it. There's just not enough juice to crank it over. I can leave it hooked up to the battery thing, but I don't want to screw that thing up, and it'll turn it over. You know, several revolutions. It's just not enough. So, like I said, I'm tempted to just go ahead and pull everything off, and you know, like I said, probably won't pull the head off, but probably wind up, I don't know, just you know, definitely gonna pull the pan, check everything under there, and just check it out. You know, I don't need this thing for anything right now, so if I pull it apart and decide I want to go further at that point anyway, just to go ahead and freshen it up. You know, if I pull the pan off, also I'll be able to look up underneath of it and see the cylinder wall, see if there's any kind of scoring or you know, glazing or anything in there. So that being said, I'm kind of just tempted, because a lot of this stuff will need replaced. Like I said, the injection lines are pretty rusty. You know, this here line, it's been covered up, but it's been outside, so therefore it's just, you know, moisture just gets up under it, and it'll, you know, moisture does what it's going to do. But anyhow, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to go eat dinner real quick, and then I'll be back at it, and maybe I'll have my mind made up by then. Okay, so I got a fat belly now. I got some food, and as I'm eating and thinking, the only really thing that I'm testing, in the sense that the only reason I get it started is to see more or less if the pump is doing what it's supposed to do, and or the injectors, that kind of thing. And before I use this anyway, I'm either gonna have somebody check the pump out or just swap it up for a different pump anyway. Same with the injectors. I probably won't run those injectors. I'll probably get something bigger horsepower down the road. So yeah, that's really the only thing that I would be accomplishing by getting this thing started. So that being said, I'm probably just going to go ahead and start breaking stuff down even further. You know, at least the starter does work. I don't know if it's a 12 or 24 volt. I'm not really sure. Like I said, it does turn over 12 volts. It probably is a 24 volt since it came out of a school bus, but I don't know. But anyhow, that's really going to wrap up this video though, guys, because I'm not going to tear into that just right now. I want to, but it's not priority. I'm going to get back to, I need to finish up the airbags on the welding rig second 2.0. I need to finish that up because I have a job for that to do here real shortly. So need to get that finished up. So that's probably what we're gonna focus on. I just had a little time tonight, and I just wanted to kind of see what I could do with this engine here tonight. But yeah. So to come will be tear down of this. Also, we're gonna be building a. I need a. You know, I have a little rinky-dink Harbor Freight engine stand somewhere around here. So we definitely need to upgrade our engine stand for this big boy. But we'll be building an engine stand for this and more or less stripping it down, cleaning it up, putting some, you know, cool parts back on it and getting it ready to swap into something. And like I said, I have lots of ideas that range from Jeep to airboat to rat rod to you name it. Oh, my wife just looked at me and said golf cart. That's definitely a possibility. So I've got all kinds of ideas. It was a good deal for, you know, what it is. So therefore I'm kind of pumped about it. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say. But anyway, guys, like I mentioned before, if you guys interested in t-shirts, stickers, keychains, you name it, go check out panicfabrications.com. Also, guys, if you don't see something on there that you're more or less looking for, and I don't have a lot of stuff on there yet, but if you guys need any custom fab parts cut out, like you know, shoot me an email through the website, or you know, find me on Instagram. If you guys are looking for something you can't find anywhere else, let me know. See what I can do for you. You know, I can't promise anything, but I'd like to help you guys out if you need it. So that being said, it's gonna wrap up this video, guys. Like I said, I know it's been a minute since we had a video, and I'm trying to get back. You know, I finished up that project, so we should be able to get back to more steady videos and keep the content coming. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Definitely see you guys on the next one.